Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Here sawing some pine 4x4s. Two and a half. Oh, let me make sure. It is hot out here this evening. Crap. Can't get my gloves out. Knock a little of this dirt off. Get some of this dirt off. Whew. Quite a bit of dirt on it there. You always want to get the dirt on the side that you're going to start cutting on, where the blade goes in. Where it comes out don't so much matter. Cutting 4x4s here. Some more 4x4s. Got quite a few to cut. Let me see if this thing will crank up. Hey, that's suppression there. Ah, and he got it on. Probably flooded that joker. Yeah, I flooded. I didn't have the switch on. Didn't have the switch turned on. So I was sitting there choking it. Choking it to crank it. And didn't even have the switch on, so that wasn't no good. log is bowed a little bit. Uh, for some friends down the road. 6 foot long. It's super hot this evening. I cut this 1 inch thick. I cut a board out of it later. 1 inch board. Try not to waste no more than I have to. I'm just going to take a look, see if I got any comments. No comments yet. All right. Got to turn it to square the other side. I'm using with a 37 blade. I sharpened these myself. How's everybody doing here this evening? Appreciate you dropping in and uh, checking out my my YouTube. Think I go down, cut a board off the top here. Cut a 1" off the top. Ah, Southern painting, Ellie. Okay. Well, you should have stopped by here because we was here all weekend, and we're gonna be here. Got to go back to other place this evening and get back here all weekend. Hang on, I gotta put my stand higher. Sorry, I'm sorry, y'all. My stand ain't high enough. Oh, sorry about that. I bet y'all was thinking, what the heck going on? So, can y'all hear me? Somebody comment and let me know if you can hear me. Uh, anyway, I'm cutting 4x4s out of this wood here for my neighbor. And then I'm cutting some for me too, so we can build a dog kennel also. So, but anyway, let me get back over here to cutting. I'm by myself this evening. My wife is usually with me, and she usually catches all the comments. So, at the bear, I get to them, between cuts. You see what we got here. That's good that way. It's good that way. It's good that way. good that way. So now that's 10.5. It's 10.5. Let me see. Now I'll flip it up. Square the other two sides off. But I'm going to pick this up a little bit here. This now I'll flip it up. Shoot, went too far. Well, you joker. Ah. I don't know why I'm disconnecting. I disconnected a while ago for some reason. Yeah, it's connected now. Hey, hello to everybody in here this evening. I know I done said that, but it's always new people coming in, so. Ain't got that tall enough. Yeah, let me see. Right. Now I tighten it up. All right, that's square. And that's tight. Y'all can see how pretty it's shaping up. Hmm. You son of a biscuit. Thing getting on my nerves there. I'm gonna check something here. Huh. My bunk's off just a little bit there. Before I go any further, I'm gonna get that right. This is the way you level up your bunk is with these adjustments right here. Got little legs. On it. Really need this log off of here, but I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna do it like this right now. Oh, I'm just dripping sweat. I'm watching my bubble on my glass there. Boy, humidity is rough out here today. It's real cloudy. I think it's supposed to be some storms tonight. Y'all ought to just see the sweat dripping off of me. It's much better now. Let me slide this log over and check the other side. Dang. Dr. Phil trying to be nosy. Heard somebody coming down the road. Don't know how that leg got out of adjustment. That's pretty close. Whew. It is somewhat hot. Alright. It is a lot humid. I'm going to tell y'all, it is a scorcher out here right now. It is super hot. What I was doing there is somehow or another, my blade, oh, not my blade, but my log bunk there got out of the level just a little. Let me see. It looks pretty good there now. I get this log here cut up, I'll recheck it. Let them down a little. I noticed it because my cut was about 1/8 of an inch off. So, decided to go ahead and nip that in the bud. Dang! Nip it in the bud. It is a lot humid. A bunch. It is hot. Woo! Lord. It ain't gonna do it. That log was bowed pretty good. Didn't look like it, but it was. Now we're gonna go ahead and drop it down a little bit more. Yeah, it's just almost too hot to be out here. Cut a 1-inch board off of that. I think I see the problem. That log got pressure in it too. Exactly what it is. Ho ho. That's better. All right, let me see what I got going on. I need a pole shed bad, Chuck. I sure do. Uh, Need one bad because that sun popping out right now. It's a scorcher. Humidity is so bad, and I do need a pole barn. Pole barn. I need to get one. Besides, get my machine inside. I was in the dry. I got a new winch coming for my meal. It was supposed to be in this evening. Coming out of Canada. It got delayed for bad weather. Uh, I forget the name of the town in Canada. Then it got down here, Memphis, and got delayed again. I don't know. Coming on FedEx. I don't know what they's having up there. I guess storms or something. I don't know. But it got delayed, so it ain't going. And then Monday's a holiday, so it ain't going to be here until Tuesday. Supposed to be getting a new hat with it. I'm gonna flip that one more time, make sure it's square, because I did adjust that bump when it was turned on the other side. So I'm going to flip it. One more time. I don't know what is going on with this. Eight and a quarter. Yes, the camera overheated. Dang thing. I don't know if I'm back, if anybody's still in here or not. Had to move the camera out of the sun. Can you hear me there, Lane? You can see me. Okay. Well, I guess I had the camera out in the sun. You know, when my wife is the brains behind this live, and she's not here right now. She was on here a while ago. She might have done left work. Uh, and you know, she's the brains of this outfit when it comes to the camera. So, but that stick of wood right there, I'm having trouble with because it's got pressure in it. And I was saying a while ago, but which nobody heard me. Several logs that I got from I got them miles down the road. Hello there, Gary. How you doing? There, big old. Okay, I'm having a heck of a time with my phone. It's a piece of crap, I guess. It's an iPhone 12 or 13 or 14, something like that. It might be iPhone 22. I don't know, but it ain't doing worth a darn. My wife on her phone, we usually do this live on her phone. She has no trouble with the signal out here. But for some reason, my dang phone does not like me doing live. Yeah, it's hot, Gary. It's my phone got hot a while ago and quit. Lane was he had commented on there. Gets the phone got hot. It did. I had it out in the sun. I mean, it's a good thing I just don't fall over dead when the sun hits me. But that's the way the phone is. And now the thing is, it keeps reconnecting ever so. I mean, I can't do a good live like that. People don't want to come here and watch that kind of mess. But like I said, my wife usually does this. Y'all see that cloud up yonder? Look at this cloud moving over yonder. See how dark that joker is? And it's moving this way. Matter of fact, I looked at it and you can see it moving this way, and it's really dark. We supposed to get some thunderstorms. So here in a minute, if it gets too bad, I might have to hightail into cover. Now, if I had a pole barn, wouldn't have to worry about that. But I ain't got a pole barn yet. So, uh, but I'm sorry for the my phone keeps reconnecting, getting hot, and all kind of good stuff. Uh, well, we got a pretty good storm last night. I mean, it is a good storm. Like knocked out the fire. I was trying to watch the Arkansas Razorbacks. How about them Razorbacks? I know people says, well, the competition wasn't that good, but every football team out there plays a team that's not very good the first game or two of the year. The point is, that's the first time in 20 years a team has scored 10 touchdowns on 10 possessions uh, and 70 points, by the way. Yeah, I wrote, hey, Tide's good, but they play a lot less of opponent too, 1 or 2 games a year. All teams do. That's just college football. Last night was like I say expedition, a training game. Let me put it that way. But still, if you look at them, watch them, they done what they're supposed to do. They had all their assignments. Uh, Quarterback's okay. I liked our second string quarterback too. To me, he was more accurate actually. So, but just saying all that, everybody, plays a less opponent. And the point is, that's the first time in 20 years that's been done last night in college football. So, anyway, let's get off football. Yeah, Gary, it was so dry here. The thing, I heard it thunder. The thing about it is, it can rain an inch, and by in the morning it's dry. So, uh, yeah, everybody that's in here, please like and subscribe. But anyway, back to the point. I'm not very good at this live. I mean, on far as setting it up and everything. And my darn phone, like I said, is crazy. Uh, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Lane. Every team plays, and everybody says, "Oh, well, you can't tell." Well, it was good. It was. Don't get me wrong. UAPB and their conference, I guess they're pretty good. It's still a college team. The point is, we beat them. We held them to 0. Our team looked pretty good. Now we play Oklahoma State this coming, and if anybody's in here from Oklahoma State, I'm sure you love your team, because just like I love my team. Uh, but Oklahoma State is a whole lot better ball game. But I'm just saying, if everybody sticks to what they're trained to do and do their assignments, and don't go off key on everything, they might do. They could win. Gary, I got off work earlier today and got out here. It was actually fairly nice when I got here, or not nice. Well, people don't understand Arkansas. When we say nice in Arkansas, you don't melt as soon as you go outside, but it's still hot. Here in Arkansas, if people have been here and lived here, they don't know uh, uh, how hot it is in Arkansas. The humidity is crazy hot. Now I feel a little wind coming, a little bit cooler, but some clouds moving in. Yeah, Lane. Every Saturday, look, teams can have a bad day. Every team. They all young men. So I don't down any of them. People a lot of times talk smack about the players. They all just kids. So everybody just root for. You don't want nobody getting hurt during the game and all that stuff. They're just all kids. They learning. They're trying to get an education and play sports what they love. So I've had some of our own fans, like we've had a last few years been pretty rough on Arkansas, and they talk about the kids. They ain't no good. They ought to get them out of there. Look, they're kids. You know, uh, we all was kids at one time. Didn't none of us do as good as what we should have done sometimes. So anyway, Gary, it's dropping now. Temperature's dropping now. It's supposed to be like 80, like 60 something. Is it tomorrow night here? Then highs of 88. But you know, here in Arkansas, a lot of people don't realize here in Arkansas, the temperature can be 88. The humidity could be 100, and then it's still hot. That's right, Gary. That's the thing about it. It's not always the kids. Sometimes it's coaches. Uh, that that's the reason why they get paid the big money to do their job. But it's look, somebody's gonna win. There's always somebody better than you. It's just that's a fact. Last year, look at Georgia. All year long, they was thumping people, thumping people. Well, the last 4 games for the playoff, they got beat by a team that had a better night than they did. Was they a better team than Georgia? I don't know. They won, so I guess that particular game they was a better team, or either Georgia had done got the big head and didn't think that they could be beat, and they was. So uh, we beat LSU one year, beat them big time, and actually they went on the end of that year and played for the national championship. What I'm saying is, every team, they're kids. Coaches can have they can call one bad play can cost the whole game. So anyway, but yeah, you know, so I guess this Sawmill and got turned into a football, but it is football, and y'all got a conflict, which most of our games is late, so I always have time to come out here and do my live. But then I'm gonna be watching uh, my ball game. I am a Arkansas fan through and through. I don't care win, lose, or what. You can't be a lukewarm fan. Either you're a fan or you're not. You live by your team, you die by your team. So, saying all that, uh, I'm sure Oklahoma State fans win, and good luck to you. But personally, I hope we go in there and just whoop them. That's just me being a fan. So anyway, uh, yeah, it comes down to preparation every week. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Anyway, I'm having a problem with this log. It's it's got pressure in it. And anybody knows anything about cutting lumber, whether you do it with this mill or a big saw mill, that log, whichever way it's got pressure, you just can't turn it because the pressure will go the other way. So it's got pressure in it, and when you get one that's got pressure in it, what you end up with is, say, if it's coming up on the end, sometimes you come up with a little bit miscut because the board, or if it's bowed in the middle, and I think this one is kind of bowing up every time I cut one. And see that what it does, it'd be the right depth, it'd be the right thickness there. But as it gets to that center and it raises a little bit, it might be like a 16th off, eighth of an inch off. But it's not wavy. But if you cut it, try to cut your board 1.25 inches, but even you'd have to dry it first to get it to where it be, you know, sustainable, where to keep its shape, and then you can plane it, and it might work all right. But these are fence posts, so I'm making fence posts, so an eighth of an inch or a 1/4 inch ain't no big deal. Uh, and then some of these I'm gonna make my dog pen out of, so I ain't worried about 1/4 an inch, you know, or eighth of an inch. So, but yeah, now if I wouldn't be selling that lumber. No, it's not dangerous. Well, anything's dangerous, Gary. Uh, I guess, I mean, I watched YouTube a lot, and I've never watched anybody get hurt with that particular. The wood being bowed, it ain't a problem. Uh, Having pressure in it, because it ain't just going to spring, uh, spring up. But I guess that machine, you could hurt yourself on it. Uh, I mean, you can hurt yourself walking out your daggum door nowadays. You can fall and break your leg or something. Uh, but I did fall off. I tell you what, I'm a logger by trade, so I have a pretty dangerous job. And here about, let me see, 5, 6 years ago, maybe seven, about 6 years ago, I didn't know I was a diabetic then, and I got up off my machine, went to get off my machine, and I got real lightheaded. My sugar had done got up real high. I done got lightheaded. Didn't know it when I stood up and went to walk off my machine. I fell. My machine's pretty high, and then when I went to go getting down, I fell because I didn't feel right. I didn't know I was diabetic, so I didn't know. I know I'd been feeling weird. But anyway, fell in between two pieces of steel down at the bottom and fell forward. And of course, my leg went backwards, and I tore everything in my knee. Broke my kneecap, broke my fibula bone, tore my ACL, MCL, tore everything in my knee. It was just dangling. So, I mean, you can get hurt like doing that. I shouldn't have got hurt doing that, but I did. But anything can happen. So, but anyway, uh, y'all, my lives has not been doing real good here lately. I don't know. I don't know. I was getting 20, 30,000 views, but here the last few, I don't know if it's just because of the time I was doing it, but if I get 10,000, I was doing pretty good. Uh, but I don't know. I'm trying to get my live views back up there. By the way, y'all, I like 10,000 more viewers, and I will have 1 million views on my page, YouTube page. I know that's not a lot to a lot of people, but 1 million views, and I ain't been on YouTube about 7 or 8 months. I'm 990 something thousand now. I mean, 900,090 something. No, yeah, 990,000 right now. I like about 10,000 being 1 million views on my YouTube. I think that's a pretty good feat there. I think that's doing pretty good. Uh, and my subscribers, thanks to all you people, like you, Gary, and Lane, and all the people, and O5. Thanks to people like you, my subscribers is getting up there. But I'm really proud of being almost 1 million views. You know, I didn't think an old country boy like me would ever get that many people to view my stuff. So, but I have, and I'm fortunate to do that. Anyway, it is cooling off so good right now, really good. So anyway, y'all see that wind blowing? That wind blowing pretty good. Let's blew my. Maybe we won't get no tornado down here. Arkansas is good. It's really big on tornadoes this time of year too. Anyway, let me measure this again because I done forgot what I got. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is let these down because I don't need them up like that no more. Put that there. Let this one down. All right. Ah. Alright, let me check that. Man, it's feeling nice now. Yeah, get down here where I can see. Well, alright, that'll work right there. Oh, felt rain. Got some raindrops. I feel the rain. I'm going to show y'all, before it starts raining real good, I'm going to show you what I was talking about. Pressure in this log. If y'all still with me. Okay. Alright. Ooh, that rain is getting hard. Alright, what I'm going to show you is pressure in this log. See? Alright, I get because it's starting to rain. I'm going to show y'all. See that gap right there is? Down there, see it there? Pressure in the middle as I cut it. That's what you call pressure in a log. That is not never good, especially if you're trying to cut precision lumber. But these are fence posts, so I'll work through that. I cut them for myself. Guess I better get over here and try to get out of the rain, because it is sure raining. My window's down on my truck. That's not good. Dang. Let me rub my windows up on my truck. Oh, ah, dang it, boy. Dang it, dang it. Whew, gotta roll these windows up. I tell you what, though, that rain feels good. If it wasn't for my phone get wet, I would stay out in the rain and cut, but my phone is not going to fare too good in the rain. Y'all can hear that thunder. I guess the storm is coming, as they said we're supposed to get. Oh, you know, the weathermen don't never usually get nothing right. Y'all can see all my stuff up in the back of my truck. My big old chainsaw right there. That's a big boy there. This in here is my little saw. Anyway, for everybody that's in here, appreciate you dropping in and watching my live. I guess I'm gonna have to cut it off because it's raining. I don't know, it may not rain long, but y'all can see how dark it is. See how dark it is? That rain. Yeah, look at them clouds, y'all. Oh, it feels good though. Dadgum. Feels real good. Oh, I tell you what. Oh man, that was a pretty bad fall you got. Oh shoot, that rain is getting hard there, Gary. I'm gonna have to shut everything up. Might get in the truck and stay live a few more minutes. Woo! That gum. Oh man, oh, it's raining out here. Y'all can see the windshield. Man, it's cooled off a lot. Y'all can see that rain through the windshield. Yeah, them clouds. That's what thing about Arkansas, boy. It can be hot and 1 minute sun shining, next minute is raining. So, but yeah, I appreciate about everybody that had come in here and view my channel, especially before it started messing up. Uh, but appreciate everybody that channel. I really do. I sure really appreciate it. I was going to cut some more logs up, but I don't know if Gary, if you've seen that log, I showed a picture of it being in where that gap where that log is rising from the pressure in the middle. Yeah, need to clean off my dash. But how long did it take you to get over that, Gary? That injury you had. It took me a while to get over my leg. They had to go in there and put pins and workman comp. I was on the job, so workman comp paid for it. Workman comp don't pay for cadaver use, so they had to take everything out of my own body. They sat there and tore my piece out of my hamstring to put down for my tendons in my leg, and drilled holes through my leg and put titanium pins in it to anchor it till it grew back. But yeah, guess I could turn it around where y'all can see me now. Okay, 8 months, and the fight was work. Oh well, workman comp. Well, I had a lot of lawyers come and wanted me to sue. And I could have, because the piece of equipment I was running didn't have all the safety equipment on it, and that's one reason. I know I failed, but if it had the right platform on it where I fell at, it wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have fell. I might have would have, maybe got bruised up or something. But hello, Angelica. That's my wife, y'all. Right there. Hey, how you doing? It's raining here now, babe. I had to cut the short on the sawing because it got to raining, and my darn phone kept cutting in and out. My phone ain't worth a darn for this live, but yeah, Gary, don't never. I just for good advice here for anybody that is at work and gets hurt, never sign off on anything to workman comp. You hear me? Even after you getting healed, because they're gonna want you to sign papers. Say they'll give you offer a little money to you, make it look good. Especially if you need money, they'll make it look good, and then you'll sign off on everything, and you can't go back and sue them. Don't do that, y'all. For anybody out there that gets hurt like that, don't sign off on unemployment. I mean, workman comp. You wait. You just tell them you ain't gonna sign anything. You just wait and make sure everything's good, and because later down the road, you might not be as well as you think you was after the surgery. So take my advice from somebody that knows, and I'm sure Gary could tell you the same thing. And I don't know if he how he done his or whatever, but yeah, uh, I should have took a different path than what I did. But it's just who I am, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Gary. I wish that I wished I'd done different too. Uh, but we learn from our mistakes, and that was a mistake. Uh, my wife said she's coming from Hot Springs, and she says still no rain up in Hot Springs. Well, uh, let me turn this camera around, and you can see there's plenty of rain here. Look at that rain. Yeah, it's coming a dust settler, that's for sure. And for everybody in here, I know this is supposed to be a homestead and cutting wood and all that, but as y'all can see, the weather will not permit me to cut. If there was some homesteaders on there that's into helping folks, I will supply the stuff, but I need somebody to help me build a barn bow, a barn, a pole barn for my sawmill, and I could use some help. Sure could. But anyway, I could use all the help I could get on that. Hey, I'd cook everybody a hamburger, give them a Coke and a big thank you and a hug. And I would return the favor to them too if they ever needed me to do anything for them. But anyway, uh, not begging for help, y'all. I'm just making a comment. But it ain't very many homesteaders around my part of the country down here. I don't guess. It may be, but I just hadn't met them yet. We was watching a live the other day. Oh shoot, babe, if you still on there, what was the name? What's the name of the homestead we was watching? Uh, Put it down there if you're still on here. Anyway, we met. My wife met. Well, I was watching too, but she does more of that kind of stuff than I do. She met a few homesteaders, but didn't none of them live close to us. Now it was one lived down in South Arkansas. Hey, you ain't got to be a homesteader either. You can just be anybody. I don't care. you know, uh, but uh, it's this YouTube page channel that when I started it, I was nervous. I wouldn't want to talk live in front of people for sure. And but then I got doing lives, and people started coming in and watching me, and then I started meeting some good people. Uh, didn't get to talk to them like you know face to face, but we got to like commenting here like Gary. You get to know people, and you have good conversations with them, and they're good people. You I don't know. I guess it's such you become friends uh, like this. You may not never meet that person, but you still become their friend. I mean, I know that sounds weird, but it's just the way it is. I guess this is the new time, the new age, and you know, I'm sure I'd never meet Gary, and I'm sure I never the guy he called the guy. He is a subscriber and he views a lot, and I never get to meet him either. I'm sure, but I like watching him, and he's on here most time, but it's usually on Saturdays. And Lane is a great guy, uh, you know, uh, that I've met through this. So, and there's so many others. I can't keep up with names good, but I got a lot of people comes on here it's regulars. Gary, I hear you. Well, I'm just saying, you know, uh, it's pretty amazing the way technology has come since I was a kid. I remember when we didn't even have phones like cell phones. I remember the first phone that my daddy had besides the house phone. Back then we had party line. Had like 4 to 6 people on your party line, and it was usually 3 or 4 old women, and I can say that now because back then they was old, but now they wouldn't be old because they'd be my age. But then they was just always gabbing all the time. Good women, good old women, help you do anything. But I'm just saying, you had to get on there every now and then and say, hey, can I use the phone? Because they're on the line all the time talking. But then we got away from the party line. A lot of people on here don't even know what the party line is. But if you're my age and like Lane's age, and I'm sure Gary's old enough to remember that kind of stuff. Then my daddy got a back phone. For he was a logger. He owned his own logging job. That's where I learned all my. I've been logging all my life. Uh, hey, I know how to. I know how to drive a nail too. You for tobacco. Gary, where did you say you was from anyway? Uh, 20 penny nail is a pretty good nail. I can tell you. 16 pennies is a pretty good nail. Uh, but where'd you say you was from? I'm sure you've told me 2 or 3 times, but uh, I forget. So just be honest. I forget where everybody's from. Uh, so if you was building tobacco barns, apparently you're you're not in Arkansas. That's for sure. Maybe. Well, hell, I don't know where they grow tobacco at. To tell you the truth, I guess. Well, you'll tell me where you're from. I don't even. I should know where they grow tobacco from. Is it maybe in the Southwest states or something like that? Northwest? I don't really know where they grow tobacco at. I should know. I actually know. Just can't think of it. Kentucky. I thought you. Yeah. Okay. Kentucky. Yeah. Uh, okay. I'm gonna tell you what. Tennessee, Kentucky. I used to drive a truck cross country, and that's some beautiful country over there too. By the way, uh, there's a lot of movies made. A lot of moonshine comes from Kentucky too, don't it? Might be wrong, but I thought it did. Uh, it's some good old boys over there in Kentucky, just like it is here in Arkansas. They're Southern boys, just like we are, like I am. Southwestern Kentucky. Okay, all right, all right. Uh, what's okay? What is that? I can't. I don't know what. Southwest Kentucky. Okay, all right. Yeah, but Tennessee's a pretty state too. Beautiful state. It's. But anyway, yeah, at my sawmill, milling got kind of put on hold for a few minutes, and I don't know if my phone's already at 40%. Oh, you did, KDR, you ordered the 126. Okay, so you decided on the 126. All right, yeah. When did you order it, KDR? I think it usually takes about. I think I got mine in about 2 weeks. To tell you the truth. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Oh, good old Kentucky. Hey, they make some. Hey, makes a good whiskey too. uh, yeah. Y'all, KDR is he's a subscriber, and he's a regular, and he was asked and talking to me about Sawmill here. I don't know, couple weeks ago, maybe last weekend. But yeah, I think it takes about 2 weeks to get that Sawmill. Where'd you say you was from, KDR? Tell me again where you from, because I can't remember. I got so many friends on here that's regulars. I can't remember where everybody's at. I'll remember one of these days, but it takes several times for it to soak in my head. I think I've hit my head too many times out in the logwoods. But yeah, you missed me cutting up some lumber, KDR. I got one over there on the sawmill that's bowed. It's got pressure in it, and I was trying to show it where to go. Oh, you from Ontario? Well, heck, you won't. Yours won't take but a minute to get there, brother. You up there where they make them at? You. Heck, you could have went probably drove and picked it up in no time. Dang, you in Ontario? Yeah, cause they come. Y'all build them up there. Uh, but yeah. Well, as soon as you get it, I want to see a video. You need to do a video of it and let me and you're gonna have fun putting it together. Which it was just me and my wife put mine together, and then mostly it was me because she was at work. I was off work at the time because it was winter time and we was off work because of bad weather. So, but yeah, let me turn the camera back around so y'all can see me. My hair. I mean, I wasn't dressed to get live, but you know how it is. I didn't put all my makeup on or brush my hair, none of that good stuff. Which ain't a whole lot going to help my looks anyway. So anyway, but yeah, I'm glad you decided to go with 126, huh? Okay. I want to be nosy too. How much you having to pay for it? Your shipping ought to be. Hey, by the way, it's uh, dang. Woodland Mills just had a special going on. How many years is it now? Oh, dang. I just got an email from the other day. It's free shipping for a while. I don't know who that is. It must be somebody new here. But yeah, let me see. How long did they say it'd take you to get it, KDR? Oh yeah, appreciate it. Litaz, is that how you pronounce it? I just call you 510. $5,300 was tax, 20 blades, and the extension. That ain't bad. 20 blades. Did you? I guess you ordered from them, from Woodland Mills. And if you did, I'm gonna let you test them out and tell me how they cut. I've never used the Woodland Mill. I've had my Woodland Mill for a year now. I've never used the Woodland Mills blades. I thought they were just a little high, but they might be working. I'm not saying they're not. But, and you got the extension. That's about what, $400 or $500 right there. So that's not bad. Yeah, my makeup is running from the rain. I think that might be my old age and my skin just sagging, you know. Y'all, I've been a logger all my life. I worked hard all my life. I probably look older than I should. But my dad used to tell me hard work won't kill you. I think it will, to tell you the truth. But that's the way I was taught. And I guess I'll go to the grave. I'll work until I can't work no more. Yeah. But everybody needs to join me tomorrow. Oh, that's Canadian dollars, okay? Alright, well. Okay, as y'all, I guess it would probably, you saying it would cost more here? Oh, the coat. It may be, Gary. Now, you living in Kentucky, I think that word that was coming. Well, you
know it could be. Right now the clouds ain't moving. They just sitting there. Guess that's the reason why it's still raining pretty good. They're just sitting there. What I got, you know, a few minutes ago when I showed you the clouds, they was moving. Okay. I don't know. I guess I did. I have lived a good life. The good Lord has gave me everything I needed. Maybe not everything I wanted, but I'm a good old country boy. You know, you learn to do with what you got, and you know, old country boys like me, we make a lot of things that we want out of junk. You know what I'm saying? And it works. It works. It does what we needed to do. And it's not just like my old tractor. Everybody's seen my old tractor. It's just old raggedy old tractor, but it does the job. It feeds my sawmill and it does everything I need to do with it. Yeah, I'd like to have a newer tractor. Mine ain't got power steering and all that good stuff. It's just got the old-fashioned power steering, turning with your arm, you know, all your muscles. But hey, it does the job. No, God don't leave you. You know, that song, the greatest gift is unanswered prayers. That's true, because we got everything we prayed for. Like you were saying earlier, don't you know, watch what you wish for. We got everything we prayed for. We might get stuff that we really didn't really need. But yeah, I think the weather set in here. Oh. I was watching a live last night. I don't even know whose live it was. It wasn't none of my friends. I was watching it, and the guy was cutting some lumber that had been blued, and of course it was a guy that popped off on there. Throw that lumber away. I know this is totally opposite of what we was talking about. Throw that lumber away, it ain't no good. Well, you know, I'm the first one to tell everybody you need to read, you know, study up on what you're saying, because there ain't nothing wrong with blued wood. And matter of fact, after I watched that, and I already know it's nothing wrong with it, and I've read a lot of other stuff last night and this morning, I got on there and searched up blued lumber, and from Michigan College, in the forestry and something else, they done a study on blued lumber, and they found out that nothing wrong with blued lumber. It don't lose its integrity, don't lose its strength, or none of that. I've just wanted to bring that up. People talk about blued lumber is no good, it's superior, and it's not. A lot of people that waste blued lumber throws it away because they listen to people that absolutely does not know anything about wood. And people there was a couple trying to argue with me when I first started YouTube. I said, hey, don't take my word for it. Go do your homework. Get all the experts. Read what they say. You'll find out what I'm telling you is the truth. But anyway, so anybody out there cutting blue lumber and wants to throw it away, well, if they want to throw it away, bring it to me, because I use it and sell it, because there's nothing wrong with it. So. Yeah, we do need some rain, Gary. I think it's supposed to be a lot cooler. I think we got a chance of rain all next week, though. We don't need too much rain, because, of course, you know, I am a logger, and some of the places we work, it's dry here, but, you know, some of the places we work, it's not so dry, because it's way out in the woods, and, you know, it's just not as dry out there. So, but, yeah, we do need the rain. Yes, we do. I got to get me a barn, some kind of makeshift barn patched together before this winter. I got to have it where I won't be, you know, because we get a lot of freezing rain and stuff like that here in Arkansas. And it liable to rain here in Arkansas. It liable to start raining in the wintertime and rain for a week and a half straight. I'm not joking, lying, y'all. We get a lot of rain here, and so I got to get something up to take care of that. But yeah, but I'll be alive in the morning. Last Sunday morning, I was out here early, trying to get ready to go live, because some people don't like to see you. KDR, where'd you run off to anyway? You ain't said that in a while. A lot of people don't want to see what you have to do to get the meal ready to go, you know. But that's the good thing about live. You can watch it, because your long videos and stuff like that don't show all of that. They edit it and cut out so much stuff. But some people like to see the actual, what it's actually to getting the meal ready to start cutting, because you just don't crank it up and start cutting. And, you know, you have to check the water and stuff. Yeah, that's usually the way it is. That's usually the way it is, Gary. Which I'm sure the farmers here in Arkansas probably welcomes this rain, because it's getting pretty dry. Oh, okay. I got your burn pile going on. Oh, I thought you done ran off or something happened. Yeah, that's true. You know, Arkansas is a big farming state too. We have a lot of farms. Joseph P., you vote for Daddy Trump? Well, I just assume not to get into politics on here. Now I will talk about God on here, because I am a God-fearing man. I'm not the fanatic type to talk about it, but my daddy told me when I was growing up, son, there's two things you don't talk to people about or discuss or argue, and that's politics and religion, because it ain't really two people that is going to agree with the same thing. So I try not to talk about the I will say this about it, we need a change, so I put it that way, and I think it's coming. So that's all I got to say about that. And but anyway, yeah, that's what my dad used to tell me. Angelica, you on your way? Have you left Hot Springs yet? Yeah, it is a family channel. It sure is. So, but now I will talk about God. That's for sure. Because through all things, it's through God. All things that happen through God. I'm here talking to y'all because of God. You know, God makes it possible. And anybody that don't believe in that has just not had certain things going on in their life and seen certain things that I've seen in the woods, nature, how things grow, and it's just how the world is. I mean, it's animals, you know it's a higher being, which is God. You know it didn't happen when a comet hit the earth, a little rock or whatever hit the earth and split the atoms and all that. If you believe, now I will say this, because I'm not an atheist and I don't agree with atheists. If you believe all that, then I'm sorry for you, and hope God blesses you and looks over you and takes you on in anyway. So, because you look at everything around us. I was up Pedro the weekend, and the beauty of things. It's through God. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do too, Gary. I wished I was one of the two above. I'm going to tell you something. I wished my grandma used to tell me, she used to say God takes care of above anybody else, drunks and fools. I wish sometimes I was either a fool or drunk, because I know I'd have a guaranteed way up there, and that's the truth. Drunks are fools, because you look at all the wrecks that happen, drunks, and how they don't get hurt and all that. Then a fool is somebody that believes in something besides God. Even the thing about it is, even devil worshiping people, whatever they call them nowadays, they got to believe in God because they believe in the devil. So you can't believe in the devil and not believe in God. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, my daddy told me when I was growing up I was going to be a preacher, but I'm far from a preacher, and I'm far from perfect. But I wake up every morning and thank God for waking up, and I know He is the one true God. And that's all that matters, and everything else is between me and Him, so. Oh, my wife said, "You preaching now?" No, I'm not preaching. I'm not preaching, babe. I was just, how I am getting on subjects sometimes, just here and there. But somebody was asking me about Trump, and I just said I wasn't going to get into politics, because I'm sure some of my friends on here is probably likes Biden and what's her name? Kamala Harris. No, what was her name? I can't even think of her name. Well, because she's never in the news. It's always Biden. I'm sure some of my people here likes Biden or Democrat, and some of the people here are Republican. My daddy was a diehard Democrat. He was a Democrat. He died a Democrat. He loved the Democrat. Am I a Republican or Democrat? I'm neither. I don't care which party gets in there, as long as they think about the people first. That's all. That's all that matters. The little man. They need to think about the little men. Like me, you, everybody else. That's all I'm worried about. And none of them's going to do what they say when they get in there, but I like for one to get in there, whatever party they are, that is going to do 50% of what he says he's going to do. So anyway. But anyway, I don't really, I'd just be glad we could stay raining. But I guess God thought we needed rain. We did. Okay. Let me see this here. Jagger? Hello, Jagger. But, appreciate everybody being in here. KDR and all y'all, all my regulars and all the people that's... Hey, Jagger, where do you live? Because it's raining here too. You must live... Well, I live in Arkansas, southwest Arkansas. My Sawmill's in Tulip, Arkansas, which is about in the middle of nowheres. Oh, you live in Louisiana. Oh, okay. Oh, man, you're a rival. You're a LSU fan. Oh, my goodness. No, I'm just joking. I think we play them in a few games. Anyway, appreciate you coming here from Louisiana there. Heck, that's our neighbors there. Louisiana, Texas, Missouri, Tennessee, all y'all, or heck, I guess Kentucky's pretty close to be called neighbor. All Southern boys, all Southern guys in here, or girls. I don't know if Jagger is a girl or boy. It don't matter. But appreciate you coming in here either way. I'm usually cutting lumber up and running my mouth, but I'm usually cutting lumber up on my sawmill, but it started raining here, and I was live, so my phone, of course, electronics can't have out in the rain because mine's not waterproof. So I decided I'd come sit in the truck a while, waiting on my wife to get here, because she usually does all this, and she usually keeps up with the comments. She'll read them to me, and then I answer. Because I'm usually cutting wood on my sawmill. Oh, okay. Oh, so Jagger, so I guess you're a regular. appreciate you for watching. I hope you subscribed. But yeah, I was cutting 4x4s a few minutes ago before it started raining. I was having trouble with thought my meal was all cutting off, but what it was, and I got these logs down the road here about a mile or two. They was free logs. I really can't gripe about it, but I've ran into a lot of them that, even though they weren't really bowed, didn't look bowed, you know. When I go to cutting into them, there's pressure inside. And somebody like KDR and somebody like that, he got him a sawmill. I think he's cut lumber before. But what happens is, a log can naturally have pressure inside the log, because that's just the way God made things. That tree can look straight, but that log have pressure inside the log. And what happens is, as you cut it and start squaring it up, it gets thinner. So therefore, it's going to let the pressure, and it's going to come out somewhere. And that one there, some of them come out, it'll be like bowed like this. And then some of them, just one end will have pressure in it, and it'll bow up on one end. And some of them will go sideways. When you get through, as you cutting the flat, the board will go sideways on each. It's really amazing, the pressure in the log. And that there happens to be in the middle of the log. Each end is fine, but as you're cutting through it, about middle ways, it starts cupping up, bowing up. And I got it over on the sawmill. It's got a gap in it. If it quits raining, I'll show folks what I'm talking about. And it'll bow up, and that's got pressure in it. Yeah, God, he plays tricks on us sometimes. He makes it, you have to think a little bit what he done there, but he played a trick on that one on me, because I even thought my meal was out level there, and checking it and this and that. I'm like, what the heck? Because it didn't look like it was bowing, because it normally bow like on one end or the other, or both ends to come up, you know, it'll start raising up on the end as you cut it. That didn't do it. And I noticed my thickness was off just a little thinner in the middle than what it was on the end. And when I got it down to that cant there, that's a 7.5 cant. I'm cutting 4x4s. Well, I cut true lumber 4x4s, like 1 inch, you know. But people cutting these far with the store bought, which is 3.5 by 3.5. But anyway, I cut that, and the boy I looked, I'm like, dang. There's my problem right there. It had pressure in that log. It looked straight, because I even looked at the log before I got it. I was like, this ought to be a good log. Well, it ain't. Well, I mean, it is. I'm cutting them for fence posts, so even if I don't let them have them, I use them myself, because I'm not going to throw them away just because a little bit of a bow, just a little. It's a southern pine. Southern yellow pine, you know, that yellow wood as you see on TV. That's what that is. But it's not plantation pine, but it's not the shortleaf pine, what I call the old woods pine. Now most of the stuff I got here cut up, y'all see me cut up, is the old stuff, the tight grain stuff. Well, this is not the very tight grain wood. Yeah, I need to buy some. I want to start cutting up some hardwood, but I have to buy the hardwood. I'm not going to cut none off my property, because I don't want. I like hardwood. I want to leave it standing. So I don't want to cut no more of it than I have to. If something happens to a tree or something that needs cut, I cut it, because I'm not just going to let it sit there and waste. But a lot of people don't know it. You cut down a white oak, that thing could be laying there on the ground for 2 or 3 years out there in the woods, and it's still good to go out there and get it. Okay, all right, well, we'll see you when you get here, hon. But that's the type of wood this is. Now, I've been cutting up cedar. It's cedar. I like messing with cedar because it's lighter, for one thing, and it's beautiful. And if you sell it, you make more money off of it. At least you do down here my part of the country, because we're not abundant with cedar down here. So now you get up northern part of Arkansas, you can buy the cedar at some places a little cheaper per board, because their cedar up there grows like we grow pine down here. Down here we got hardwood and pine, plenty of hardwood, bunch of pine. But yeah. So KDR, when did they say you was going to get your sawmill? How long did they say? You might have done told me. Yes, they do. They do, Gary. Let me tell you something. We have, I actually, when I worked a timber here about a year and a half ago. I cut stave wood, what they call. It's some whiskey barrel logs. It's white oak. They got to be, I think the little end on them had to be like 16 or 20 inches. And they couldn't have, it could have the maximum of 1 knot on the whole log. And, but yeah, they haul, we was hauling them to a place, and they was sending them off to another state, and they was, well, they would cut the lumber, then they'd send them off to another state, and they'd make whiskey barrels out of them. And let me tell you, if you own white oak, even now, to this day, if you own white oak in Arkansas, you can get upwards of, I think, I talked to the guy that owned the land, he was getting $200 a ton for his white oak logs. And if people don't know it, a log truck load weighs anywhere from 28 to 30 tons. And if you're getting $200 a ton, now that's just for you owning the timber. You ain't doing nothing, but because it's everybody, you know, the logger is what cuts it up. You're not doing nothing. You get $200 a ton at 30 tons. Well, you just go figure. That's pretty good money. About a week. Okay. Yeah, Gary, a lot of whiskey barrels come from right here in Arkansas. And, you know, I was reading up on whiskey, the whiskey barrels. You know, they burn the inside of them. The inside is actually what determines the color of your whiskey, because all whiskey is white, is what they say, claim. I don't know. I ain't seen all whiskey. And the color of that burnt barrel is actually even the way you get a lot of your flavor is from that barrel. So I guess white oak just makes a good barrel, whiskey barrel. It is a high dollar wood, but it's got to be prime logs. So, you know, but yeah, that is the way you get your color of your whiskey, is because when they burn the inside the barrels, that charcoal color, that's where you get, and a lot of your flavor. And you know, you learn a lot of stuff when you go to reading and reading about stuff. Yeah, it helps with the taste. It just gives it a flavor, a different flavor. But I'm not a know-it-all. I do read, y'all. It may not look like I do, but I'm really not a dummy. I might look like a dummy, but I'm really not. I do a lot of reading and stuff, and I learn a lot of stuff like that. And then I do, sometimes the stuff I read, I go practice it, you know, and it works out pretty good. Well, Castle Prepper. All right. You don't have to let your logs, now you got certain species of logs out there, the more if you leave it laying, you know, it'll like turn colors in it, and it'll go more through your wood. But for pine logs, of course, you know, you're going to have some that lays there a while just time you get to it. But you don't have to leave them. As soon as you cut them, some of our logs go to the mill and they put them right on the deck. You can use them as soon as you cut them. Now, some of your hardwoods and some of your exotic wood, I call it, I was reading here a while back, I forget what it is. It was a certain kind of wood. If you cut it down and leave it laying for 6 months or a year, the color will bleed through the from the sapwood will bleed through the log and give it a color inside the log. So, you know, it's really what you want. But like white oak, stuff like that, as soon as you cut it, you can mill it up, you know, as far as that. So that ain't no big deal. But I'm gonna have to plug my phone up. But yeah, now you're not dumb, Gary. But now, as far as pine logs, you can just you know, most logs you just cut them. Now I tell you what, if you leave them, like I got mine been laying here, some of my pine been laying here about a year, and it's not even blued. But what happens is that bark goes to turn loose, and you can just knock the bark off real easy, because that's where you dull your blades at. This pine that I'm cutting, I cut what ago, it's got some blue in it, which is nothing wrong with blued lumber. Let me get that straight right off the bat. And don't take my word for it. If people don't know, a lot of people knows it's nothing wrong with it, but some people will argue with me and say it is. It's nothing wrong with it. You can look it up. Go do your homework on it, and you'll see it's nothing wrong with it. Actually, it's pretty. And by the way, something else I was going to tell y'all real quick. Okay, they got people are getting their lumber blued chemically right nowadays because they love to look at it. God blued lumber is not dangerous to you, and it's not a mold, by the way. People say it's a mold. It's not a mold. It's a fungus. It's a difference, a mold and fungus. But it's a non-toxic fungus. It does not hurt you. Once it dries out, it's gone. Don't come back, but the color stays. A lot of people these companies chemically blue their lumber, and they put it inside their homes, y'all. You heard what I said? Chemically blue lumber. Chemicals. Get it? Chemicals. They put it inside their home. Well, a lot of stuff is poisonous. You get a kid, look, my son will lick on the wall in a minute. He's 3 years old. Just what kids do. Well, you imagine the chemicals that's in that wood, right? Do your study on it. This wood here, it's God blued by bugs. It's where they lay their eggs in, and then their eggs start eating through the bark. It leaves a fungus. And when it leaves a fungus, but once you cut it and dry it, it's gone. The bug's gone. The fungus is gone. It's nothing but beautiful blued lumber. But anyway, people are paying these companies to blue their lumber. It's not healthy, y'all. It is not healthy. And let me tell you a little bit more, a little thing here. Treated lumber. Everybody uses it. Treated lumber. Don't handle it with your naked hands and get it in your mouth. Or don't let a kid play around it. Because treated lumber is poisonous too, by the way, to animals and kids and humans. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. A lot of people don't know all these things. You'll be surprised if people don't know, and they're not stupid. They just don't know. Because these companies ain't going to just, they might put it in small print where you can't read it. They ain't just going to advertise, oh yeah, our lumber is treated, it'll last a long time, but hey, it can be hazard to your health. They don't tell you that. Okay. Well, Jagger, you know I'm right. A kid. We talking about kids. My son, look, he's not he never been the type that, you know how some babies go through a stage when they're 2 or 3 years old, get pennies or just different stuff just put in their mouth. He don't do that kind of stuff, but he will pick up a stick every now and then out here and lick it. It just like he's gonna eat it. And then he'll be going, nasty. Well, Gates, didn't nobody tell you to pick up that nasty stick and taste it. But I'm just saying, about that chemicals. When you say chemicals, that should be a bell dinging in your head right then. Okay. Okay, let me look. Barns, crowd, and fencing just seem like no brainer. Any suggestions for a meal? So, okay. Now I'm gonna tell you, KDR, a friend that's regular, and he just got him a 126 Woodland Mills. I got a 122 Woodland Mills. His is bigger than mine. His is cut by a 26-inch diameter tree. Now, okay, if you want, if you're not going to be cutting production wise, you know, like several, like, you know, thousands of board feet a week, there's no need going out and paying $30,000-$40,000 for a wood miser sawmill. But now, if you plan on staying in it and doing it for a long time, and you're going to crank out, you know, boards after boards after boards, wood miser makes a good mill, but they're expensive, and they're you can buy hydraulics, all hydraulics. But now, to me, a Woodland Mills is by far the best mill money-wise that you can buy out of any of them, you know, that's not hydraulic. Woodland Mills don't have you can get hydraulic stuff to go on them, but it's still not hydraulic, like as hydraulic as a wood miser. But a Woodland Mills, you need a tractor. You need a tractor, but you know, you really need a tractor to go with your mill. But if I was you, if I was looking at a mill for the money, I'd buy the 120, the 126 or the 130 max. It'll cut a 30-inch, I think a 30-something inch tree. That's my opinion. And Woodland Mills uses Kohler engines, which is one of the best engines made. By, you know, hands down. I don't care who you are, you can't deny it. Kohler is a good engine. A bear behind my car, watch out. Yeah, it may be. But hey, all jokes aside, we have bear and stuff here. So anyway, my sister choked on a penny. Yeah, there's been a lot of kids choke on a penny, a lot of them. And if it don't come out, they'll poop it out too. Trust me. I got 8 kids altogether, so I've seen it all. I've seen them do, and every one of mine, except for Gage, would put stuff in their mouth. Gage has never done that. He just never has. Woodland Mills makes a good meal, a really good meal. Look, I had my winch had been messing up on my meal for 2 or 3 months now, and so I finally called them the other day, or emailed them, and told them my winch was messing up on my sawmill. Now, most customer service on anything you do, even though it's got warranty, they want to argue and say, oh, you must have done this, you done that, you done that. Woodland Mills, the person I was talking to, said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So I didn't say that back, and then all of a sudden they said, okay, we're going to send you one on us. And I said, okay, that's good. And then come back, we're going to send you a new winch for yours, and we're going to send you a hat with it. I said, oh, cool, I appreciate that. So they, you know, a lot of these companies want you to send the old part in so they can look at it, or so-called look at it. But they didn't ask for none of that. And what I'm saying is, customer service for Woodland Mills is top notch. I don't care who you talk to, they are top notch. Hey Taylor. Oh, I know this Taylor. Hey boy, what's up? It took me a minute to figure out who I was talking to there. But yeah, Woodland Mills. But I would get a 130 max if I was going to be cutting bigger hardwood. You know, mine would just do a 22, 23 inch tree. So, you know, but that's, you know, that's what I got. And when I bought it, I wasn't trying to cut a lot of lumber anyway, but I cut quite a bit of lumber now. But anyway, but that's what I do. Woodland Mills is a good meal. It's a great meal. That's all I can say about it. And I don't get paid. I'm not affiliated with them, so I don't get paid for no portion of it. But it has been a couple of my subscribers or viewers on here that's bought new meals since I've been on here, just because they watch mine and then they watch other ones. And so, dang, I need to contact Willie Mill and try to get a little commission, don't I? Primarily pine and oak. Is it big? Is it big stuff? Like, diameter wise, is it all pretty good size stuff? Well, Gary, if I had enough cedar, I'd do it in cedar and they last a long time. But I tell you what you can do with that pine. You could treat it yourself, but also I'm going to dig a hole. I'm going to dig my hole. Well, maybe not when I build my first pen, but I tell you how to do it to make your pine last longer in the ground. If you dig a hole a lot bigger than what the post is, and then put a little gravel in the bottom of the hole for your post to sit on, and then fill it in with concrete, that Quikrete, which is not that expensive. It ain't so much as the water and stuff don't get to it as bad, and the ground, dirt, and all that is not contact with it. So if I was going to do that, and you can buy a treated post, of course, but I was reading a study on treated pine and cedar. Y'all, I'm always looking at this stuff. And did you know man-made or man lumber treated by men, pine, will not last near as long as a natural God-made cedar tree? Y'all listen to me. Don't take my word for it. Do the studying on it. A cedar tree, which, God makes everything, so he made that cedar tree, not maybe, well, he made that particular one that you met, that I've cut, anytime I cut it, that particular one he made, because it all come from a tree that he, made when he made the earth. But anyway, it'll last twice as long as treated lumber. So, no, untreated pine won't last as long, but I'm not going to go out and buy treated lumber to build my fence with. Now, I can get chemicals. You can soak that thing down with diesel and motor oil, and it actually pretty stained too, that motor oil is, and it'll last probably about as long as that treated lumber will last. Yeah, you can paint them with tar too. Okay. Well, you better get at least, if it's 2 to 3 foot wide, 2 foot 24, 3 foot around 36. So you might ought to get, I would get the 130 max is what I would get. That's just my, which, just cause a tree is 24 inches at the butt, you can cut high stumps, and that 24 liable go down to 18 inches just in 4, 5, 6 inches because they swell buddy. Hey Lee, how you doing? What fish fry coming? Well, heck, you know what? I ain't there to be fish. Okay. So, okay, black hole with internet access. Okay, what question was you wanting to ask me? The random question. What was you wanting to ask me there? Yeah, you can take a, say a car trailer that you're gonna put lumber on, and you don't have the money to buy treated lumber. You can like diesel, motor oil, motor oil, it's according to what color the motor oil is, you can actually make stain that pine lumber look really good with that stuff, actually. So, yeah. Hey, Lee, when are you having the fish fry? I go live every Saturday and Sunday morning, and randomly in between. Like today, I was going to be sawing the lumber, but it started raining, which it ain't raining now. But my wife will be here in a minute, and then I got to talking. So, but yeah, let me see. Lee, I hope you've been catching a lot of fish, and you rubbing that in my nose about the fish fry. You know I want to come to one of your fish fries, but you just live too daggone far. It's a little ways up to Maryland. But hey, you never know. Okay, Jagger, if you hit that bell button up there, every time I go live, it'll let you know. But I'll be back here in the morning cutting lumber. Bright and early in the morning. More than likely, I'll be out here about 5:30 in the morning. I'm an early bird. Any of my regulars in here could tell you I'm usually early. So, but I appreciate you coming in, Jagger. Please like and subscribe if you ain't already. Hey Lee, how you been doing, old buddy? The black hole with internet access was wanting to ask my opinion about a random question, but I guess he decided not to. All right, let me see what he said. Okay, bass fishing, black hole, nice looking. Okay. Well, I started off selling it to some of my neighbors around here. I got the Two Sisters Homestead, which lives down the road. They're good people. They got a homestead down the road here. And then I got a website on Facebook, Sawmill, and I got on there and started me a Sawmill page, and I sell some through there. But then I got on crap. What is the name of that website? I sell a lot through it too. Well, crap, can't even think of the name. I'll think of it in a little bit. Oh, he wanted my opinion on Iraq. I don't know what's going on in Iraq right now. I ain't got a problem with, I ain't got a problem with Iraq per se. I mean, there's good people lives there too. I mean, I really don't. I don't know a whole lot about. What I see on TV. I don't know. But there's good people everywhere, so there's good people in Iraq too. As long as you ain't trying to hurt me, and as long as you ain't hurting other innocent people, I don't care. So. When you show with family, we'll eat like kings, regardless of you always with my heart. I bet I am. I bet I am with you at heart. I'm probably with you when you filling that stomach up there, Lee. So, what is that daggum website? Marketplace. I sell a lot of my lumber off of Marketplace. That's a good site to go to sell your lumber. I couldn't think of it. I told you I'd think of it. Marketplace, and then by word of mouth. All of my customers, I sell my cedar. They have all been back 2 to 3 times. Getting cedar. So, that's the reason why you want to keep good, customer service, because if they like your products, they'll be back when they need it again. I just had a guy 2 nights ago asked me if I had 20 cedar boards. Well, I actually didn't know, and I'm just now getting back out here. My wife texted him, telling him I got 20 cedar boards, 1x8s, 8 foot long. I got, but I sell by board foot. You know, and there's a lot. See, that's another discussion by itself. All right. A lot of people sells by board foot, right? Not square foot. But some people sells by board foot, but they're only cutting you square foot. Okay. The difference between board foot and square foot is a square foot piece of board covers the same space as far as the square foot, but it might only be a 5/18 thick. You see what I'm saying? Still covers a square foot, but it might only be 5/8 or ½ inch thick. All right. I sell mine by true board foot. My lumber is 1 inch thick, and whatever, you know, a true board foot is 1 inch thick. It's 1 by 12. 1 by 12 is 12 inch square, 1 inch thick. That's a true board foot. Now you can sell a board 12 inch square, 5/8 thick, still covers the square foot, the same board as a board foot, but that's the difference in square foot and board foot. But you pay it, they'll charge you for the board foot. You're not truly getting a board foot. You're only getting a square foot. So that when you sell it, you need to make sure you explain to them, because some people don't know better, and some of these sawyers just try to get over on people, and they sell them by the board foot, and they're not getting a board foot, just like your box stores. So saying that, say if you're going to build a deck and you want deck boards, and you wanting good strong boards, you want a full 1 inch board. I don't care who you are, a full 1 inch. Well, you go to the box store, you're going to get their 1 inch lumber, or you're going to buy the board. They say board foot, but it's really square foot, because that board is 1 inch is like 3/4 inch thick, 3/4. All right, and it says 1 by 6. It's not 6 inches wide. It's 5.5 inches wide. So your structures ain't as well built as a lot of people starting to buy lumber from these sawmills, smaller sawmills, because when they say they want a 2x4, when you say you want a 2x4 from me, you're going to get a 2x4. And trust me, it's going to be heavier. It's going to look different, because it's a true 2 inches thick and 4 inches wide. Where one from the box store is going to be 1.5 inches thick, 3.5 inches wide. And it's like that all the way up to a 2. Once you get to a 2x8 now, y'all listen to this. 2x6 is 1.5 inches by 5.5. 2x8, they even drop it thinner. It's a 1.5 inches thick by 7.25 inches wide. Y'all understand? Y'all hear what I'm telling you? 7.25 inches wide. You're paying for a 2x8. When you get a 2x8 from me, it's 2 inches thick, 8 inches wide. And I'm gonna tell you, if anybody on here knows anything about structures, that 3/4 inch narrow through that whole structure, that's a lot of wood you're missing out on. Just saying. Okay. Well, hey Annabelle, how you doing? Let me see. Well, to be honest with you, they make pretty good nails now, but I don't really know if you can use this any kind of nail in like if you got one that uses the 16 penny nail. You know, they make coating on them nails now. When they go in, they bond, but I don't know if you can use them kind of nails on a nail gun. But I will say this about screws. Once you screw it in, it's there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's quicker with a nail gun, but I feel like screws may be stronger. You know, that's my opinion. I've heard some people are just selling dimensional lumber. Seems like it would be more expensive to a miller that way due to the extra time and use on these saw blades. Yeah, you know, Yeah, I think screws hold better and you can get them tighter, you know. Uh, See, I just started, you know, I've been in logwoods all my life. I always dealt with lumber, but uh, and you know, I've built a few things through my life, and I just know a true, uh, you know, 2x4. That's what they build houses for with back in the day. And some of them houses is over 100 years old, and they still standing and never had no work done on the inside the foundation. So that ought to tell you something. And they used. You open up old house now and old house, and it's true 2x4s in them. A lot of them's rough cut 2x4s. But I'm just saying, uh, you can get more wood out of a log if you cut in dimensional, you know. So it's just whatever you know. Some of your customers wants dimensional, some of them wants true, you know. And I'm whatever they want, I cut for them. But if they, I keep on what I keep on hand is all 1 inch, you know, true 1 inch or true 2 inch or true 4x4s, true 6x6s. Yeah, around here, Lee, like that house I live in, all the 2x4s in the wall is all true 2x4s. Some of them's kind of rough cut, you know. You know how they did back in the day. They didn't have planers way back in the day. And that house I live in is a really old house. That house is probably actually 80 to 100 years old, I'm sure. So. Okay. Gary. Oh, she's a little sick, huh? Well, that stuff's been going around too. It's been a lot of people sick around here. Probably just a bug going around. You know, kids back in school now. You know how it is. They gonna catch everything. So, uh, but Castle, we have a lot of people around here raises. It's got natural honey. We have a lot of people keeps beehives around here. That good old natural honey is really good. So, but yeah, I mean it's, you know, my opinion ain't always the right opinion. I just when people ask me something, I tell them what I know, and if I've actually done it, I'll tell them if I've done it or not, and what my opinion was about it. But it, you know, my opinion ain't always everybody's, you know. So I always tell anybody, you know, get the second, third opinion, like going to the doctor, because you know. But that's the reason why I've been studying on the blue pine, is because you could go. It's so many websites out there that professionals and people that's done studies in colleges that's done studies. One, Michigan just done one here a few years ago on blue lumber and found nothing wrong with it. And several more forestry deals found nothing wrong with it. And all the and matter of fact, if you opened your walls up in your home, and these big fancy homes I'm talking about, it's blue lumber behind them walls and them studs and stuff like that. So I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with it. Yes, I have, Lee. I sure have. You know, some of the old beds and stuff, old wooden beds, used them. A lot of the old furniture didn't even have nails in them. They had wooden pegs. And, you know, for some reason, them things lasted forever. You know, wouldn't they soak them pins or something? Or sew something, and then they'd swell. Or they either soaked the wood that the pins was going in, and that wood would swell, and then when it dried, it would shrink, and it would tighten up around them pegs. Yeah. Oh, if you know, at 6 months, I don't think you're supposed to give only 6. She's 6 years old. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, before. Okay, yeah. I know. I watched some stuff with them building. It's been a long time. I forgot what the. Uh, hey, them Amish folks. Uh they know their stuff. I ain't gonna lie about it. They know their stuff. And I watch a lot. You know what, Gary? I actually watch a lot of the old timey sawmills, but they using them now like the Amish people. Uh, steam. Some of them are steam driven, but I watch a lot of them on YouTube. Them Amish people, uh, they know their stuff. Don't think they don't. They know their stuff. They they uh, they like about like a good old country boy. They learn to do is what they got. You know, they might not have all that fancy stuff, but they still get it done. You know, but yeah. Uh, but yeah, that them wooden pegs. You know, hickory's good to build with too. If you want something really uh, structurally sound, that hickory is a good one. But we go back to that white oak. Did you know white oak actually has the antifungal stuff in it too? It's almost as good as cedar, and maybe as good as cedar as far as longevity, not rotting. I was doing some reading on it the other day on the internet, and it's some stuff I read on there. But I've got some of it I read, but it was some stuff I didn't even know about white oak. So, and I've been in logwoods all my life. But white oak is a very good wood. Besides making whiskey barrels out of it, it's good lumber for like anything outdoors. It's really good. It has natural rot resistant chemical stuff in it too. There's some fancy words they call it. I don't remember what it is, but yeah, it. Some of the stuff that you use nowadays is made by these companies is not always the healthiest thing to use. Really? Main support in the center of the basement. Heartwood hollowed out the center termites. Really? Oh, that'd be darn. That's not good. Yeah, and you know, you got them and you got the Mennonites. Matter of fact, that you know what, Gary, you just me and my wife was reading up on the Mennonites they're the same. Actually, they all believe in the same religion, but the Mennonites is a little bit more modernized. Not I'm talking. They're a little bit more modernized than the Amish are, but we read up on. They all come from the same religion. We got Mennonites around here. We had a few Amish around here years ago. We still got some Amish, but not many. But we have a lot more Mennonites here in Arkansas. But expensive first. Okay, Gary, like we have access to, but they have experience firsthand, and that can't be replaced in my opinion. It can't be. And yeah, Gary, with talking about that, it's weird that you brung up them because we was up at going up Petty Jean last weekend, and we seen some signs. Had the horse and buggy on it because the Mennonites live there. My wife kept looking for the horse and buggies. With the Mennonites, they will drive vehicles and stuff. They're the same religion, same people, but they just more like lukewarm on they're more modern, use more modern stuff than the Amish, but they actually the same religion. You know how I guess you got just like we got different, you know, Baptist, Pentecostal, Southern Baptist, First Baptist, you know, I mean, we have a lot of different denominations too. So, but and I'm gonna tell you what else they can do, Gary. Them drugs, they can cook too. They make some of the best food you can put in your mouth. They make good food, and they raise most of their food. Well, the Amish actually raised all of theirs, but yeah, but anyway, yeah, the Amish, they build things with a lot less technology than what we got, and we can't build it as good as they do. So you're right. That's experience is a lot to do with anything. Gary, here, well, here they actually we actually got some Mennonites here that actually has logging jobs. Not many, but they cut their own land down around Star City, Arkansas. But now I personally, I don't know if I've ever seen, well, I do know there's some Mennonites that hauls feed from Arkadelphia, the other side of Arkadelphia, back over there somewhere. They got 2 big trucks, nice trucks, and they're good boys. They haul feed inside. They haul it to one of their places up north part of Arkansas, but I think they're Mennonites, not Amish. They're not Amish. They're Mennonites. But that's the reason why I'm saying they're a little bit more modern than the Mennonites are. Here, at least here they are. Okay, another thing was Amish, you pay them for 8 hours, you get 8 hours. Yeah, that's true. They're hard working people. I mean, yeah, I bet it did. Yeah, if that was your grandpa's barn. Yeah, there ain't no doubt they're hard working people. I mean, the sure enough true Amish, they don't have all that fancy stuff we do. Well, don't have air conditioners in the homes. A lot of them, they still live like we all used to live way back in the day. You know, we all used to live that way. Well, they ain't changed. They still live that way. So, you know, I'm done spoilt to all the luxuries now, you know. So, I don't know if I could make it without an air conditioner, to tell you the truth. And I remember when I was a young man in the log woods, we all of our equipment was open cabs, didn't have no heat and air, none of that stuff. And heck, it didn't ever bother us. Now, you know, society gets lazier. There's my wife right there. Just coming by. My little boy in there, he's probably raising Cain. But yeah, we still got to leave from here and go back to a place in Joanne and get the stuff. We're gonna stay out here. I'm off Monday too. We're gonna stay out here tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday probably, and we'll be going live. I'll probably go live Monday too, y'all, because I'm gonna be out here. So everybody come and join me live, and we'll continue these conversations, because y'all know I'm a talker, and I met some really good people in here. I like all my friends, especially my regulars. They just, it's a lot of smart people in here, and I learn stuff every day in here too. Every time I talk to y'all. Nana! Oh Lord, Nana, he got him a banana, y'all. Can I buy you a banana? Can I buy it? Let me see it. Let me open your banana. Is this any good?
It's been in our car a week. I don't know.
Been in the car a week? Well, it don't look rotten, so I'm gonna eat a banana. Boy, that's good. Well, I just right to make a banana pudding out of there.
How did it only rain down this way?
Okay, I'm trying to keep up with these up. Okay, let me see. Okay, also in Maryland, they do well in the local flea markets with selling produce and meats, excellent price and quality. Oh yeah, that's the thing about them, Lee. They raise all their animals off of stuff. I mean, they're well fed and they ain't got no chemicals in them. They're, you know, you get a cow and it's a cow. What I'm saying, it ain't got all that chemicals in the feed and everything. Yeah, see, we're live. Come here and look in the camera. Look here. Say hey to Lee. Say hey, Lee. Say hey, Gary. Yeah, he's the one that got the little girl, 6. Annabelle.
Oh, yeah.
He said Annabelle said hi a while ago. But yeah, Gage said hi. Here's my loving wife. Look at her. She's so pretty this evening. Look at her. She's so pretty. Son, my little rascal, he's so pretty too. I know people, men said, oh, you don't call him pretty. Well, he is pretty to me. Good looking. William O. Shinesik. Are you homeless? No, I'm not homeless. I'm homely, but I'm not homeless. Why you ask? Why you think I'm homeless there, William? I'm sitting on 10 acres. It's mine. I ain't got much, but I ain't.
Oh, Gage, on the cup.
Yep, I got the 2 pixel quality camera. I sure do. Appreciate y'all. By the way,
What are you doing?
okay, most people are okay. William, let me tell you how it came about me sitting in the car.
Sit up.
And everybody else in here knows what happened. This is Homesteading with the Law. So I was out here cutting lumber on my sawmill. Well, here come a dark cloud. Here come a really dark cloud. And you know what happens in dark clouds? It goes boom and it starts raining. So it got to raining really hard. And my phone is electronic doing this live, so I had to run to the truck. It ain't been quit raining long. So that's the reason why I'm sitting in my truck and talking to the people on here that really likes coming in and watching viewing my channel. So that's the reason why I'm sitting in the truck. And by the way,
Don't take all that off.
it's not a bad car I'm sitting. It's not a car. It's a truck that I'm sitting in. Anyway, I appreciate you coming in, William. It sounds like you just wanted to come in to just talk nonsense, but that's fine because guess what? It's a view, so I'm trying to get views on my. Okay, right here in Arkansas. I live in Arkansas. This 10 acres is costing me roughly, what is it costing?
Each track is about $29,000.
It's costing us about $80,000 for this 10 acres. And let me show you the part of the 10 acres. You can see it there. It's very wooded. It's all the way to the back. You can't see the back. It's a big pasture back here. Look at that sunset. And I have a lot of timber on here. More timber than I cut, actually. But there's my sawmill sitting right there, my old tractor. That's what I usually do is but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I was waiting on my wife to get here because she usually does the lives, helps me do the lives. And
You're doing a good job.
but yeah, hey, Lee, you sitting in your car, drinking a Dr. Pepper, getting ready to eat a Whopper Jr. I hear you. But yeah, that's what I'm doing, sitting in my car there, and I ain't got time to get back out and cut any lumber yet. But if Wyatt or William, if y'all want to subscribe and come back in the morning, and you can watch me early in the morning live run my sawmill. I want to show some lumber I cut up over there because it's got pressure in it. The log had pressure, inside pressure in it, which is natural on some logs. So I can explain that. Because it's bowed up now, but it's naturally done that. Hey, Gage.
He's trying to throw the banana out.
Gage, Annabelle said to tell Gage hello.
Did he wave
For her
hi
plate.
earlier?
Huh?
Did he wave hi earlier?
Gage, hey, tell Gary hi.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Tell Gary hi.
Say hi, Annabelle.
Say hi, Annabelle. Oh.
Can you blow her a kiss?
Yes,
kiss?
I will grow
He
some.
was blowing a kiss.
Oh, blow a kiss. Blow Annabelle a kiss. Uh-oh. Annabelle better watch it. He's a good-looking man there, Gary. But he's a little young for her. She's 6 and he's 3. Well, my wife's 31 and I'm 56. So, but anyway, that's just all joking. Okay. Let me see. Will you grow some food on your land? Yes, I will. By this time next year, I'm hoping to have a good sized garden.
I want to know
I'm going to have some chickens, and we're going to have I want a couple, 2 or 3 hogs or pigs. I want a few goats. We want a lot of stuff on the land out here, but it just takes time. But that is my old tractor. But yeah, this is my land. It's 10 acres here. I'm proud of it. It ain't much, but I'm proud of it. But anyway.
It's enough. It's up.
Yeah, it's in the country. It's in the country. We're actually homesteaders, and we're not out here full time. But let me get out of the car now. You can shut that car off.
Oh.
It's not raining at the moment. There's my little cabin we stay in while we're out here. There's heat in there and all that good stuff. What? I have a generator to generate it. Oh, you want down? You want out? You want out?
No, I don't know.
All right, well, you don't knock nothing over. My son driving.
Close the door.
My son driving there. You want out? Okay, hang on, let me help you.
I don't know.
Yeah, let me help you. You know it's wet out here. It's been raining. We needed this rain. But anyway, there's my logs. I got logs stacked there. There, the other side of my house. I got logs back out through yonder. The grass done growed over my logs. I ain't bush hogged it. Got logs all back through yonder. Got logs there. And here's some of my cedar mantles. Y'all look at that wood there. That's beautiful. That is some pretty wood. I got 2-inch mantles, 3-inch mantles, and 4-inch mantles there. That's a 4-inch. And there's my old tractor. Thank you there. Yes, Lee, I'm having trouble getting cedar. I had to come out here today and make sure there's a guy wanting 20 boards, and I was making sure I had 21 by 8 boards. I hadn't been getting no cedar lately. But yeah. I do sell them, William. Actually, I'm cheaper than a lot of people. Most of my wood I sell on Marketplace. And as most people on here already knows, me and my wife, we're a mixed couple. That's my wife, beautiful wife, Miss Angelica Laws, and that is my biological son. A lot of people think it's my grandson, but that's my son. Okay, what did you say, Gary? I didn't even see what you said, Gary. What did Gary say? What? Okay. But I didn't see what you said, Gary. I guess I have to go back and look. But yeah, William, I do sell my cedar. Here's some cut off. There's some of that blued lumber, pine lumber. Y'all see that pine lumber there? Blued lumber. It's nothing wrong with it. That'd be for another live I do. But let me show y'all this right quick when I got. See that crack in that lumber right there? See how down at the end it's tight? Okay, that log grew that. It's naturally got pressure inside it. And as you cut it, as it gets thinner and thinner, as you cut it, the pressure goes releasing. And that released and it bowed up as I was cutting it. That's what happens. Well, a lot of times the tree will be standing and it might be bowed. And you can tell if it's bowed, not all the time though. Now it could be bowed and not have pressure in it. But for some reason, them logs there, I've ran into a few of them that is naturally bowed. And I got some logs back through there, but the dang bushes, I can't get over a bush hog because it's got ruts over there. But I got logs here, got lumber here. That's all dried pine lumber there. Got cedar over there, got logs there. And then I got bukus of logs standing on my property. That's just a fraction of them up here. I got some big, it goes as far as you can see that way to that opening over yonder. That road, it's a road over yonder. My land goes all the way to there, to that opening. All them trees all up through yonder. And then it goes all the way back to a field. You can't even see the field back there. It goes all the way back there, then it goes there. I got hardwood, pine, I got all kind of stuff. All kind of different kinds of wood on this place. And I got to cut some of my trees because they're getting bugs in them. And what I'm saying bugs is they're dying. They was too thick. Y'all see this stuff? See that stuff right there? Right there where my finger is? That's bugs. That's bugs it done got in that tree. And what that is the natural defense of the tree. But this has done got too many and it's killing it. What it is, if it just a few bugs get in that tree, they'll bleed that sap and entomb them bugs in the hole, in the wood. Kill the bugs and the tree could survive. But this one, it's already got sawdust around it, so they're in it pretty good. This one right here got bugs. I gotta cut it. Gotta cut this one. I got one out yonder. I'm not gonna walk out there right now, but it's already got the needles falling off of it. But I gotta cut them. Okay, let me see. Okay. This is what heaven looks like. It's a nice, I mean, like I say, I'm not bragging because I'm not the one to brag, but I'm very fortunate. God seen me. He said I needed this 10 acres and I was able to get it. So I'm proud of it. I work hard every day. People like Lee and everybody know I've done videos of me work. I work 7 days a week. I work on a regular logging job, which is not, nothing easy. Then I work out here on the weekends. Was it good? Yeah, I tell you what, Gary, you'll be surprised how fast you can move when you have to. Gary, I don't know if y'all checked that video out last weekend when I went up there to Pettigee Mountain and went down to the waterfall. Let me tell you, when that sign says it's very strenuous, a lot of rocks, trust me, I didn't think I was gonna make it. Yeah, you can't see, it's a house right through yonder at the end of my property, but you can't see them. I'm pretty secluded. I got it on both sides bought. And so ain't nobody lives over there. I'd like to have some of that land over there, but hey, this is all I can afford to pay for right now. So I wait and pay it off. But yeah, it's so much, 10 acres, you can do a lot on 10 acres. 10 acres is a lot of room. I mean, you go to walking over, and I've been telling everybody when it cools off and the leaves go to, you know, when it gets cooler, where there ain't ticks and snakes. We have snakes, a lot of snakes in this part of the country, bunch of snakes, and I'm talking about timber rattlers, diamondback rattlers, and they get big, and they will bite you. But yeah, you feel safe? Yeah. Oh yeah, I feel safe. It's nothing out here. Hey, it ain't nothing out here no uglier than I am. So if it comes around, we do have different kind of animals out here. We have bear, we have bobcats, but you know, yeah, I feel safe. And it's me, my wife, and my son. You know what, Gary? I got a brother-in-law. You know, here in Arkansas, it's against the law to kill a rattlesnake, actually. You can get fined for killing a rattlesnake. But unless that rattlesnake, they claim if that rattlesnake is trying to bite you, you could kill it. Well, every rattlesnake's trying to bite me, if you ask me. So anyway, I got a brother-in-law that eats snakes. He loves them. And you know, they say they taste good. There's that tree right there. If y'all can see the top of it, but it's dead. It's dying. So we have water mock, rattlesnakes. Well, we got copperheads, cottonmouths. We have black snakes, chicken snakes, which is black snake. We have blue racers. Them suckers is not fun. I've had one after me when I was a kid. Different stuff, but I've not seen a snake on our property yet. And Gary, I do try to teach Gage to be very, I know he's just 3 years old, but you'll be surprised when a kid grows up in this environment, they more tend to, you know, kind of watch out more from what to look for, you know. So and we usually got our dogs out here with us, and they right with him all the time. But anyway, I was going to walk out there, but my wife said get back out of the woods because the ticks are bad this time of year. But yeah, you know, but yeah, snakes is more. I'm more worried about snakes out here than I am any other kind of animal, you know, because most animals here go the other way. Yeah, you know what, Gary, I've actually stepped on snakes out hunting before, like squirrel hunting. When I've been squirrel hunting and go out there and you looking up at the trees, squirrel hunting, and step on the snake. And I'm gonna tell you, Gary, when you step on that snake, it feels like something you've never, you know what you done stepped on, trust me, because it's got a different feeling. But anyway, y'all, I guess I'm gonna have to go because we got to go to the house and get our stuff and come back. It's gonna be getting late, and I need to be up early in the morning so I can do my live and see if I can get a few more viewers in the morning, because my views just been really down the last few lives I've done. I try not to make nobody mad, you know, that's but I don't know, it might just okay, I almost sat on a copperhead that was 62 inches long and fat as my arm. Yeah, hey, Gary, we get big rattlesnakes around here. My wife's always correct too, Gary, Lee, and if you don't believe me that she's always correct, just go ask her. She'll tell you. Yeah, you ain't never squirrel hunt, Gary? Man, squirrel hunting in Arkansas is a big thing. It is a big thing, squirrel hunting. I'm a squirrel hunter, deer hunter. I used to rabbit hunt. Used to trap back when I was a young man. When I tell you I'm a country boy now. I've done it all. Trap.
Oh.
Like trap.
Like
Lee, it's gonna be in the morning. Oh, Gary, I love, get that out of the mud hole. I love frog legs. I love, you know, y'all, I know this is going to sound funny, y'all, so keep your mind in the right spot. I've never ate beaver before. I've heard people eat beaver, but I've never personally ate beaver. I'm sure it's good. Please, people, keep your head in a good place there, because I know there's going to be some people on here that's going to make a joke out of that. I promise you. But anyway, frog legs are really good, and we have some big bullfrogs here. Big bullfrogs. I'm talking about dang bullfrogs here. Some of them, the daggum leg looks like a chicken leg. But yeah, anyway, my wife's getting the car seat and all in the truck. And you see what my son is. He loves water. He loves water. But anyway, y'all, I know all y'all are subscribers, but for anybody that's in here that's not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell, and y'all know when I go live, because I will be live in the morning, probably pretty early in the morning. So I guess I'm gonna have to cut it off, and so we gotta go. Yeah, he's a kid, all right. He's all boy. He loves. Oh, it ain't. He can get muddy from one end to the other. It don't bother me at all. Beaver tail is awesome in a stew. I've heard beaver was good. We have beavers around here, a lot of beavers around here, because they kill a lot of timber too. They put so many dams, they dam up places and kill a lot of our timber. It's not so much the water kills them as they eat around the pine trees. They cut the sap off and it dies. They have killed thousands and thousands and thousands of acres of timber here. But anyway, Lee, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Appreciate everybody for coming in. Appreciate everybody for viewing. We'll see y'all in the morning. So until then, y'all have a good evening or good night, because it's already, dang, I didn't know it was this late. I did. Did I tell her? Gary said hello. Didn't I tell you, Gary?
Hey, Gary.
She said, hey, Gary. But, and she'll be with me tomorrow too. Yeah, well, she probably won't be first thing, because she don't like to get up too early. But anyway, so we fixing to go, and y'all all have a good evening. Everybody be safe, and see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.